Well, hello everyone. This is part two to my fiber optic endeavor with my newly acquired CZ75DB. As I said before, I got cut off. I'm sorry, that had to be a part one. They come with shit sights, and CZ should be ashamed of themselves. People spend so much money for such a nice pistol, and that's why we spend the money for these pistols, so we don't have to spend all that extra money on all these upgrades. I mean, I'm talking about practical upgrades, like a decent set of sights that you can actually see. So what I have done is I've removed the sight, and I have my little mini vise right here, and I have Dr. Smith with me today because every time I see something ridiculous like this, it's oh the pain, the pain. Now let me have a sip of coffee so I can continue. Excuse me for 1 second. Oh, that was good. Okay, so Dr. Smith is with us today. So what I decided to do is I drove out the pin, removed the front sight from my CZ75, and I had taken it out, and as you can see, I have a little mini vise. I put it on my drill press. Didn't do it all on camera, sorry. But there's rules. And I used the white dot as a guide. And don't know if you can see it. Let me see if I can get a close-up for you. I'm going to focus. Maybe. Come on. There you go. Right there. Come on, focus, focus, focus. We're not going to comply, are we? All right, right about there. You can see the light of day right over here now anyway. So, this goes all the way through now. And then I hollowed out the top for more light transmittance, like a U. Left plenty of meat on the front and the back. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to blacken this. I'm going to use Aluma Black, and people are going to say, Aluma Black doesn't blacken steel. It will blacken some steel. I was actually at anyway, it doesn't matter. I was at a professional refinishing shop, and they had the same argument with me. And I said, oh, can I have that? Boom, 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 and it was blackened. And they were like, oh, really? It all depends on the porousness of the metal. Non-porous metal won't really blacken, but if you have a porous metal, it will blacken. Meaning like metal with pores that'll actually take in the liquid. This one is a softer metal, so it will. If it was stainless, no, it wouldn't happen. Anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to blacken this, and I'm going to put a fiber optic rod in here. I have some 1 millimeter and some 1.5 millimeters. I'm going to see which one's better. I'm pretty sure I already know I'm going to go with a 1.5. And there's a company called Bullseye, I believe it is. Excuse me for 1 second. Let me get this out if I can. Oh, God. Bullseye fiber optics. And I also have True Glows. And I have some other no-name stuff. But the Bullseye seem to transmit the light the best. So, as you can see down here, I've got a couple of different fiber optics down here. This is the Bullseye, so 1.5 millimeter. And then this one right here is this orange one's a 1 millimeter. But the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take and I'm going to blacken. Dr. Smith, you have to move for a second with some good old-fashioned Aluma Black. I'm going to take care of this right now. Get the color back on that. Get a cotton swab. Put that over there so I don't spill it, because I always do. And then just put some on there and put the color back in it. I'm actually going to take it out of there for a second, just so I can. Oh, you see, there you go. Murphy's Law. If I can lose it, I'll lose it. Okay, so Yeah, I'm determined to lose this thing, I swear to God. Anyway, get it in there. Put the color back in. Squeeze a little in there. Should wear gloves, you know, you wear gloves whenever you can. This is something really small, but I will wash my hands right after. Blacken it up good. Put the color back in. Let's make sure I get a lot in there. You want really good light transmittance. You want to make sure. You can see that's coming along nicely now. It's blackening up good. Hope you can see that. Put a little more in here. Once I get this to my satisfaction, I'll pat it off a little bit. That's pretty much there. Okay, let that take. Just let that take for a second. Just pat it off. They say run it under cold water, but that's good enough. Take the other side of the cotton swab and soak up any extra that's in the U that I made. Okay, that's pretty good. Because you can see how I did this. This is the stock CZ site. And you get your hole. If it would focus. Come on. This is terrible. I'm not having any luck. You can see the hole right there, even though we're not getting a good focus, right? Are we going to focus? Come on. This is terrible. Okay, there you go. All right, I got to focus. See the hole going through there. Okay, and that would be the front of the site. And then that would be the top view to the site. And that would be a side view. So when we get a fiber rod through it, that'll be a side profile. So you're going to get plenty of light from the top and from the sides. And it'll just be a... you can see right there with the light. It's going to go through it. But I prefer... that's okay. But I'm going to use the bullseye sight. And I'm going to show you why. You can see how nicely that's going to pick up the light. That's what's going to go in there. Big improvement over the original CZ sight that even a mouse with bionic eyes couldn't see. So that's that. Okay, I think I see a little more area I have to hit inside of here. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm just going to pause you for a second, and I'm going to finish that up, and I'll be right back. Okay, here we go. All right, I'm back. All right, so look, now I got it to the point where it's all blackened out to my satisfaction. And I'll give you a peek. See? Just put my finger there so I can get a focus on it. Okay, so now we're ready to receive the new fiber optic rod. Okay, so this would be the front when you're looking at the barrel. This is the back. This is where the sight pitch is going to come through. It's got that little lip that hangs out that goes, it recesses into the slide. Ready? Focus. You can see that. We get a good focus. There you go. Let me flip it on this way. Okay, that's going into the dovetail. That's not a problem. There you go. So now we are ready to insert the fiber optic. Put that back down here. And you got to have nail clippers to clip your fiber optic, get a nice clean nip. Can't do it with scissors. You probably could do it with something else, but this is the cleanest way to do it. So I already have one end of the fiber optic pre-melted. It's got on one end, so you can see it's got a nice light transmittance through it. So what I'm going to do is, that's the end that's going to go towards my sight picture, and I'm going to do the melting on the opposite end once I actually have it in. But I'm going to size it up, put it through, and that's going to sit like that. And you can see how nice that's going to be once it's all done. So now I'm going to take leave a little extra meat because I want to get a nice bead on the other end. Not too much of a bead, but a nice bead so I can get nice light gathering. And I will just clip it. I'll clip it with a little, let me see what I can see here, okay? I don't want to short clip it, but at the same time, and there goes the rod. There's the rod right over here. Okay. Okay. So it has just enough sticking out where you can melt it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold this end. I'm going to get my lighter. And if I can do this on camera. You don't touch it, you just go close enough to it where you get that bead. You don't want to burn it. You just want to heat it so it'll actually just melt and create a nice bead on one end for light transmittance. Just take a few passes. You don't want to cook it. It doesn't take long for it to heat up. It's still got a little play in there, so I'm going to go back. It's got a nice ball on that side holding it, so I'm going to go back on this side and hit a little, just a little heat. Okay. Back on this side a little more. You don't want to overheat it because you will burn it. You just want to keep the flame just far enough away. It's kind of like, almost like shrink wrap. You want it in there snug. See, it's slowly forming in. It's slowly forming in. So you can see I got it pretty good now. But if you cook it, then what's going to happen is you're going to burn the ends and you're going to have to start all over again. This isn't going to fall out. I'm in pretty good shape now. I just want to check it for back and forth movement. It's got a little play in it. I like the way that this end is right here, so I'm not going to play with that anymore. I'm just going to make some minor adjustments on the other end. And that should snug her up. He's in there pretty good now. Ooh, teeth, let me lose it. Like I said, I'm not going to be satisfied till I lose it. So, there you are with the rod installed. Now I'll pause it, and I'm going to install it in the pistol and show you the finished product. Be right back. Okay, here's your finished product. I brought it outside because, you know, just this is natural light. I'm under a shaded tree. You can see the installation. See if I can get a focus on it. There's your front profile. Here's your side profile. Let's see if I can get a focus on this. Oh. Camera just does not want to agree today, right? And let me see if I can get... You can definitely see how nicely that fiber on the front lights up. And this is in shaded light. So, if you're sick and tired of your stock sight, have no fear. There is a way around it. You can see that fiber. That's nice. That just stands right out. Let's see if I can get a sight picture. So there you go. There's your sight picture, basically. So you get your two backs, which are the stock 2 dots. See if we can see those. And those are the luminescent. Like you gotta, like, oh my God, I'm getting into a gunfight. I gotta get a flashlight on my back, you know, on my little phosphorescent cheapos so they can glow a little bit. But now you can see how nicely that'll light up. So now you have that, just like so, and I'll call that a win. So that is my solution for the crappy CZ75 or the CZ sights. They have diminutive sights, and this was definitely a better solution than going out and buying a sight or buying 2 sights. There's no need for it. The back sight's fine, and the best part about it is there's no guesswork in the height. It's the factory sight, so you're working with the factory height, and you don't have to worry about it. So there you go. I hope you all enjoyed the little video. Have a great day, and if you want more of this content, and if you already haven't, please like, subscribe, and thumbs way up. It's greatly appreciated. Thanks for watching. Have a great rest of your day. We're going to call this the video that wouldn't focus. Had a hard time. It was a struggle today, but I think we got it done. You all have a great day. Bye-bye now.